PokeMoshPit, how's it going? My name is Noah, YouTube name NoJNP, and I'm here to give you an OU battle. To be honest, this really wasn't the best battle I've ever had. Wild Chase was just in need of some battles for PokeMoshPit, and he was like, I'll be your biggest fan. And so I'm like, you know what, I just had this battle, it's pretty decent. It's from the Smoke on Wi-Fi Battle Finder. My opponent is using a Sun team, and to be honest, I always have trouble with the Sun teams. It's the hardest weather for me to deal with, regardless if I'm using a rain team, a sandstorm team, or no weather. And I'm actually running no weather, and I'm going to lead off with my Terrakion, predicting him to lead off with that Duck Trio right there because my Terrakion is an anti-lead Focus Sash Terrakion. Yes, that is right. For the people that just threw up a little in their mouth, I'll repeat that: anti-lead Focus Sash Terrakion. That is because if I put a Focus Sash on it, they can't KO me in one hit, and then I hit it with a massive attack, being either the Close Combat or the Stone Edge or the Earthquake, and then after that I go for the Quick Attack when they're at minimal amount of HP, and I KO them off. Very simple. Terrakion actually does learn Quick Attack, for the people that didn't know. This Duck Trio is going to go for the Earthquake first turn. I actually thought he was going to go for the Stealth Rocks. The Earthquake doesn't even bring me down to the Sash, but in return, after the Close Combat, I will bring him down to the Sash. But because he is not going to go for a priority move, next turn, with my Quick Attack, I will be able to take out the one remaining HP that he has. So he's not going to get up any rocks of this game because I know that any one of his Pokemon, the other 5, do not have the potential of having rocks. He's going to go into the Landorus. Not sure if it's going to be the choice Scarf Set or the Expert Belt. Either way, I know he's going to go for a physical move, which my down fan can take very well. Next turn he is going to switch out, which kind of baits me to thinking that he is going to be a choice Scarf Set. Then again, he could be he could want to make me think that he is an Expert Belt. I'm going to get at my rocks as he goes into his Tentacruel, which I don't want to stay in here next turn because he can potentially go for the Scald, do a lot of damage, and burn me. So I'm going to switch out. I want to go into my Jirachi right here, which should be able to take any hit. He's actually going to go for the Ice Beam, which is perfect because it leaves me with a pretty good opportunity to go for a substitute because this is a sub Calm Mind Jirachi, and you just saw the Life Orb on the Tentacruel, which will be some pretty decent information to know later. I know not only does he have the Life Orb, but he's a pretty offensive Tentacruel, which is pretty cool to know. Anyway, I want to get up a sub right here as he went for the Rapid Spin. Don't really care that I don't have Rock Sub right now because now I have a potential of going for a few Calm Minds, but then he's going to bring in this 9 Shells. First of all, he gets his Drought off, which I don't have anything to get his weather away, which means his Venusaur is almost free to sweep. But then again, he's also going to go for a Fire type move, either being the Flamethrower or the Fire Blast, and it's going to be boosted in the sun, and it's going to be super effective. So I have a decision to make. Do I stay in here, try to take some hits, and then KO him off? Because it looks like with that Thunderbolt, after I use 2 more, it should be able to take out this Ninetales. I'm going to also watch out for what item this Ninetales has, which is going to be Leftovers. So he's going to go for the Flamethrower, which is less power than the Fire Blast, and then he also has Leftovers. So I'm thinking I will be able to survive another hit next turn, barring because I have a lot of HP left. But he's actually going to overpredict, and he's going to go for the Will-O-Wisp. To be honest, I'm really not sure what Pokemon he was predicting me to go into. Either way, I'm burned. It doesn't really matter because next turn I'm going to go for another attacking move. I'm actually going to switch it up because I was predicting him to go into his Landorus, and Landorus is immune to the electric type attacks, so I was just going to switch it up. And I went for the Flash Cannon. Either way, his Ninetales is dead. He can't bring it in anymore. Good stuff. He's going to bring in this Landorus, though, and I'm actually not going to overpredict at all. I want to let him kill me off if he does, because I know he's most likely locked into the Earthquake. If he wants to overpredict and maybe go for a U-turn, that means I get another free attack on any one of his Pokemon. Either way, I can go into my Donphan yet again because I know he's locked into a move that I can take very well, and in return, I can get up the rocks. And he's actually going to bring in his Tentacruel right here. Now, we already know it's Life Orb. I'm pretty positive that's obviously going to outspeed me, but I don't really care what attack it's going to go for because unless it goes for a Scald and burns me, I know for a fact an Earthquake, super effective, and Stab will be able to take out an offensive Tentacruel. So he's actually going to go for the Gig Drain. Maybe he thought it was going to bring in my Jellicent, which was a pretty good move, but I actually don't. I'm just going to go for the Earthquake, and that is a dead Tentacruel right there. And now he's going to bring in the Venusaur, the Pokemon that sweeps in the sun. I'm kind of scared for it. I'm actually going to leave myself in. I'm going to go for the Ice Shard. I don't know if he was predicting that. It is super effective, and I actually get a crit, which is going to help a lot because after this turn right here, you're going to see the Solar Beam is boosted by the Life Orb. So every turn, he's going to lose damage to the Life Orb. So if I need to, I could start Life Orb stalling him, but I see the amount of damage he has after losing some recoil from the Life Orb, and he's in the red zone, and I'm feeling a quick attack from my Terrakion, which is adamant nature, should be able to take him out, so I'm going to go for the quick attack, and I guess the Hex Gods beam down some magical light on him. He survives, and he's going to be able to go for a Solar Beam, which is obviously going to take out my Terrakion, but in the other sense, he's actually going to take himself out because of the Life Orb recoil damage. That is going to be a dead Venusaur right there. So I know he has only two Pokemon left, the Volcarona and the Landorus. I want to go into my Breloom right here because I have a trick, I have a plan. I was going to bait out this Volcarona right here. I'm going to go into my Jellicent, which I know I can survive any physical, not any physical attack, any fire attack, because I am a calm nature. I am completely specially defensive. He's going to go for the Fury Dance right here. It really shouldn't do too much. In fact, I wall it very well. He does get the +1 in special attack, and the next turn he completely catches me off guard. I didn't even know that Volcarona used Solar Beam. I didn't even know it could learn it, because every Volcarona that I've seen in a Sun team, it's never used Solar Beam against me, but this is +1. It is super effective, and it will be able to take out my Jellicent from like 90% health. So props to that Volcarona because it did a mass. Whoa, never mind. That was a crit. I didn't even realize that was a crit. I want to say the crit might have mattered because my Jellicent was very, very specially defensive. But I'm going to go into my Latios right here. Obviously going to outspeed it. Going to go for the Draco Meteor. This is an expert bout Latios, which I really should be able to take out any one of his Pokemon by now, especially his Volcarona. But now I'm at -2, so I'm not really sure if I should be able to take this Landorus out. To be honest, I have my Latios and my Breloom, so I'm in very good standards. Even if he does go for the HP Ice, which is a good move to lock himself into, it is super effective against both my Pokemon right there. So I'm actually going to switch out on a pretty much Death Fighter my Breloom, so I have a safe switch into my Latios, who will be at neutral special attack, which the Draco Meteor should be able to take him out after he takes out my Breloom right here, which is exactly going to be the situation. After this turn ending, it will be 1-to-1. I want to bring my Latios, outspeed him, going to go for, actually I don't think I'll outspeed him, no, he's going to go for the Hidden Power. I want to survive very well. In fact, I think if I missed the first Draco Meteor, I should have been able to survive another one and hit him again. Either way, going to take out his Landorus. It's going to be a 1-0 victory for me. Had a really fun time battling this guy. It was an enjoyable match. If you guys enjoyed this match, please leave a like and check out my channel. I'm planning to do daily uploads this summer, so that's going to be a fun time. Just leave a comment below how I can improve my narrations and everything else that you guys are thinking during this battle. Have a great day, guys, and see you later.